Next one's from Kevin DeMann. Subject is, hey all. I actually watched the Go Home for AEW pay-per-view Double or Nothing. The one match that intrigued me was the crowning of the mid-card champion. The promo work between Double A and Jake was top-notch. Then you had the Tyson factor. The execution of it sucked. He put sucked in capital letters, by the way. Now, I understand Cody got the W, but he seems on the surface to be meddling in way too much. I just can't stand when a talent has clout, booking influence, or brother-in-law, son of the promoter, or best friend of the promoter gets all the limelight. Booking philosophy of Eddie Graham or Bill Watts would never have booked such a crapshoot. Imagine Cornette.
Wait. What about Eric Watts? Bill Watts pushed his son big time in 93.
I know. We'll get into that when I'm done with the mail.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Imagine Cornette being able to book Tyson in an angle. It has been a heated debate on message boards, online forums, etc. over the years. Conan, Disco, your thoughts on family members, sons of wrestlers, and bookers putting themselves over in storylines, advantages or disadvantages? I mean, it's worked in the past and it's failed in the past. You can just look through the history of the guys that have pushed their kids that have done well and ones that haven't. Greg Gagne was – everybody always thought he was overpushed, but the guy was actually pretty talented, even though he was kind of like a skinny kid, I don't – bro, if you're pushing if the angle's the nepotism angle and it's just not working – like here's a perfect example that I thought he got a lot of crap out for it over. Is remember Bischoff's kid was in Impact?
Garrett, yeah.
And they were pushing him. And I was wondering, bro, I didn't think he was doing that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, an Impact, that's right.
I didn't think he was doing that bad. And it's like, I thought he was a pretty good character. And he would get heat just because of the and stuff and everything. But it's like, but it is funny how, I don't know. It's just Cody is I don't know. We talked about this at length on the
there's going to be some content.
Show.
There's going to be some content from that roundtable on the show as well. But if you want to hear the whole 3 hours, go to patreon.com/Conan. I think there's a big backlash starting against Cody because of this kind of stuff. He's starting to get that Jeff Jarrett TNA feeling, and people reacting to him that way. That he's any new talent that debuts, he has to, they have to face off with him, and he's always in the mix. But I think the main problem
that is not a bad comparison.
Yeah, but I think a problem is the fact that if they could have, they should have kept it quiet. Who was in power there? Cody, the Bucks, Kenny.
That's impossible.
They're always going to get heat though, and people are always going to be like, "Well, you're pushing yourselves because you're in charge," and
That's impossible.
Well, the thing is,
I have no problem Cody pushing himself because he's very entertaining, great promo, good matches, smart guy. But like I said, I do not think he should. Who did he beat? Archer.
Yeah.
He should not have beaten Archer. I thought.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell you. This might be the mindset here.
Yeah,
because I just thought of this because we talked about it at length and stuff, but I just thought of this. Is that they've been around 8 months, right? How long has Cody been wrestling?
15, 14.
How old? He's 33, so maybe like 16 years, maybe. Okay, so the whole time he's been wrestling, he's always Dusty Rhodes' kid, and for whatever reason, maybe whatever. I mean, he's never been perceived as a top guy. All right.
Because he wasn't a top guy. Because they never pushed him as one.
Okay, so now he's literally in a spot where everybody's ever thought they would be a top guy. And said, hey, you know what? I'm rolling the dice and betting on myself. I think I'm a top guy, and I'm going to book myself as a top guy. Now, you can criticize him just for booking himself into that spot, but you can't really criticize his performance so far.
No.
I say everybody said, he's just he's over and he's booked himself pretty well.
That position wouldn't have come out like him. He's gotten hard work, good promos, believability. He's done a great job not doing comedy shit. He bleeds. He did that great promo with his brother. I mean, he has produced. There's nobody that can take that away from him. My only issue was if you're going to build somebody like Lance Archer, you don't beat him in his very first match like that. You know what I'm saying? His first big match, I thought.
Cody could still book himself as a top guy, lose that match, and then, bro, it's like Ivan Drago, like the Mr. T clubber.
Right.
You beat up the first time you fight him, and you're still a top, and you fight your way back, and you could have done that story, but like we said, what's the story now with Lance Archer?
And remember, Jake's with him. So what's Jake going to say to his client that just lost the big match? Is Jake going to? Are they going to break that up already, or So.
But it's fair criticism. But I don't think the criticism is fair. Is that he hasn't earned it or done well?
And the one thing I do want to explain, because like I said, we have a lot of new listeners that don't really know our stilo. This is very important for everybody to know. nothing here is personal. We're just stating, we're not hating. That's all there is to it. We're very impartial, you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're very, very, very honest.
We're not.
About,
we don't have.
our
We don't care about. We're not. We don't favor WWE or AW. Trying to get work in either. Just because I work some with AW, whatever I like or I don't like, you know, that's my opinion. Go ahead.